welcome. This is November Sewers Club, which is held the second, let's see, this is a Thursday. Second Thursday of each month and at 10:15 in the morning. So welcome, welcome. We have a wonderful group this morning, and as I sent out the email reminder, it says we're going to take a trip down memory lane. And I really thought about having you all bring something that we had done in the past, but we also have December meeting. So in the December one, we'll see what happens. Sometimes I struggle from time to time finding something to inspire you all with. So you need to do the inspiration now, and I guess at this point we will spend just a brief time. I am assuming that that is a good thing, introducing ourselves and telling a little bit about what we've been doing this last month or longer. We did change time last month and we had a smaller group, but we have a good group this morning. So I guess we'll start with Sheila, and we have some show and share. We always take time to show and share. I think that's one of our biggest parts. I always say they come to see what I made for them to eat and to see each other and to talk each other, because we all have the same common interest. And so we're going to start with Sheila, and Sheila comes a long ways from Ness City. Ness City. So we have them all over. So if you're watching this from who knows where, come see us. Come see us. We're always here.
I look like everybody I know. Anyway, but my embroidery machine's been down.
Oh no.
It went down, and then it took me a month to get unemployment, and now I'm picking it up today. A friend's bringing it to McPherson,
So she came with nothing.
That's unusual.
Well, I tell you what though, I had made some stuff, but I had to finish them, and my daughters, I'm having all my children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren Saturday.
Oh,
Wow.
I know, and it's Easter famine because my husband's brother called Monday and said that him and his wife were coming out Friday.
all right.
All of a sudden I'm gonna be busy for 2 days, and then who knows. But anyway, better than nothing.
Yep.
And
Okay,
so that's where
we'll
I'm
move
at.
on. We'll move on since we're.
Okay,
you two,
I'm
we
Mary
know.
Young. I live at Cassidy, and this is something that's outside my box, I'll guarantee. My grandson picked this pattern out.
Karen, do you want to help
Yeah.
show this
Oh.
here? Oh gosh, it weighs a ton.
Well, it's big. It's a,
Does it have
king.
cuddle on the back? No.
no, it's a king.
Ooh.
That's
we
half
got
of
the
it. It's just a
fabric.
reverse on the other side.
Yeah. Oh.
And it's he has a California king, which is longer, so
Gosh.
I added to the top of it.
Oh, beautiful.
But it's a little bit different than what I normally
And who
make.
quilted it?
Jackie Steinberg quilted it.
Nice. Very, very modern. Very modern. Good guy quilt.
Warm anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, they have a big wolf thing hanging in their bedroom, and
Can we just lay it down over here for a minute? We'll do that over there.
Incorporates those colors so they look really striking.
Fun,
Yes, it is.
fun, big, heavy. Kenna?
I've got it.
Kenna!
Okay, I'm sorry, I was distracted.
Again on the list.
Are you, Kenna's also from El Dorado, and she bops in every month,
Every month,
and,
this is my getaway.
her getaway. Okay, okay. Pam?
I didn't bring anything to show, but I've been sewing, but I didn't.
Sewing and dancing.
Yep.
Karen Wilson, I just got 2 quilts back from the quilter, so I have some binding to do.
Binding.
And I have that K-State panel up there, and I've been working on a quilt with that, so
Oh, fun.
it's turning out really nice. It's for my daughter, so.
Good. All righty. And Joanne? Joanne's from Manhattan.
I am. Drive down every month. This is my getaway and my sanity. But right now I'm doing some sewing, but I'm also going through, Mom went to a care home last year and decided not to take her sewing stuff and her sewing machine. So I've got all of that, and I'm trying to get through part of it. it's amazing what I'm finding, but that's another story.
It's hard to believe
Say
you
that
come
when I'm
visit
gone,
us
too.
for sanity, but
Yeah.
To each his own.
Yeah, this is the only place I have friends that are sewers.
Yeah.
And quilters.
Speak your language, I always say.
Yes, exactly, so that's the reason.
Well, we're glad. Beautiful to get out and do that. Rhoda?
I'm Vita, I'm from here in town, and I'm almost done painting the house so that I can go back to sewing.
It'll get too cold to paint here real shortly.
The exterior?
Yes.
wow.
Yes.
All right,
Been a
well,
project.
good. Teresa?
I'm Teresa Waite. I'm from Winfield. And I've just been doing house cleaning and repairs and hopefully I'm about to get
Organizing
ready-
her sewing room.
I haven't got to that yet. Still in the kitchen. I got a new range and my pots and pans will not fit in the drawer, so I gotta clean out a place to put them. One thing leads to another.
Exactly.
I have to cook
Exactly.
Thanksgiving dinner this year.
Oh, you can
For
do
the
it.
first time in about 10 years.
Barb?
I'm Barb Wiebe from Valley Center, and I don't have a finished project, but I brought this anyway.
Good.
So,
Oh, you're making that little airplane.
I did. This is just the, I only have the top done, but
Fun.
I'm not sure which way it goes.
Oh, I love your little airplanes.
Here.
I don't know.
This is called
I think this is
Flight,
what it is.
something,
Cute.
Fantasy no.
Shall we come over here so we can see it on YouTube?
Oh, very
cute.
nice.
That's cute, that is cute. I have the pattern.
Whoops, stepping on it, Miss Barb.
Oh, cute. I
Very
added
cute.
the blue border, and then I'm gonna do the same blue binding with the red flange. And the
Fun,
back is this blue.
fun,
Yeah,
very
that
cute,
is pretty.
very cute.
My husband's a
Paper
pilot,
piecing.
so it's for him.
Okay.
Paper pieced.
Yes.
The airplanes are paper pieced.
Your airplanes are really cute.
Yes, they are.
Thank you.
I was gonna say,
I had
Pam
fun
has that
picking out
pattern
the
too.
scraps. I thought the pattern was a little, you have to look up YouTube. The pattern's good except it explaining the paper piecing, it doesn't. So,
Well, you're supposed to know how to
if
do
you
that.
decide to do it, I'll come help you.
You're supposed to know how to do it. Yeah, Yeah.
Maybe one's grandson gets full blown in the Navy on it.
Rhonda's got something.
Well, I can just hand it up, I guess.
She has her little ornament. We have done these also.
You have that pattern.
Yep.
Oh, that is
The
cute.
folded star is
That is
also.
very cute.
I'm gonna hang it up here and she
These
can
scraps.
hopefully forget it when she leaves. Yeah.
I have a little granddaughter named Iris. So I have made Iris an Iris quilt. She, when she was born, 6 years ago now, I started collecting Iris fabric, and I thought it's high time I got it used.
That is beautiful.
So I put the
Yes.
cuddle on the back.
Especially cuddle.
And you think of iris as purple, but not all irises are purple.
Yeah, well,
She's
there's
got
a lot of
purple cuddle on the
a lot of
back.
purple on the front.
Oh, I
So.
like how you did that edge.
That's very nice.
Yeah, I just cut it off
That's
and folded it
nice.
over.
Is that
Because
that
once you
one
cut
where
that, it
it's
doesn't
like-
ravel at all. Then I went to Barb's house for the serpentine stitch.
That's nice.
Did you put a batting in it?
Yes. Connie Richards quilted it.
Pretty.
That is very
That's really rich looking. That's the package isn't pretty.
Kids love that cuddle. too.
She'll love it.
Kids were nuts about it.
Miss Lois, she's
I brought a
jumping.
Veterans Day quilt. I just
Awesome.
finished.
Yes, it's Veterans
You can-
Day.
you want me
No
to-
mail
if you don't
today.
mind.
Okay.
wow.
And you don't have to open it all the way
Okay,
out.
we'll
It's the same on the other side.
How about like that?
It's big.
Oh,
That is a
She
lot
said just
of,
Patches.
they are 4 patches.
Right.
They are 4 patches. Awesome, but you don't see that at first.
No.
Yeah.
They're
yeah,
double
do
four
you?
patches.
That's gorgeous.
I don't know
fun.
what forecasted means.
4 patch.
4 patch.
Oh, okay.
They're forecasted. Forecasted 4 patches.
Okay. Got it.
And while they're folding that, I brought my, it's not an Easter basket, it's a Christmas basket.
Oh,
And
she's been busy.
it's
Oh.
a piece of me in the fact that
She's cleaning out.
The spools that are in that went through the flood that I went through in Washington.
Oh,
So
wow.
if you see a little dark spot, you have to overlook it. It's just a flood scar.
Lois is always very very giving.
And my brother sent me a
And who?
my brother sent me
brother?
a dresser scarf. Said, see what you can do with it. So he's
Oh, how
getting
pretty.
it back for Christmas.
Oh, how pretty. So this is part of the dresser scarf.
I took the two ends and sewed them together
Oh,
in
I
the
see
middle.
that. Yeah.
And then I pieced the outside and applicated on top.
How pretty.
Oh my gosh,
Very
you are
beautiful.
so
How pretty.
amazing.
Beautiful, beautiful.
We all enjoy
embroidery.
your Christmas
Just
lights.
absolutely beautifully
thank you.
embroidery.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you, Lois.
You're
If you wanna pass that
welcome.
around to the
Merry
girls.
Christmas a month early.
I have all your
Okay,
little goodies in my sewing room and I
Lois.
admire them all the time.
And Donna.
I'm Donna Schmidt from Mountain Ridge,
appreciate you.
and I have just been busy quilting for others so that they can bind.
Isn't that a
So they
cool
can buy.
idea?
So they
I
Pillow
know.
people.
Since we have
Thank
two
you.
quilting machines over here, Rita goes, I don't have time to bind. So I was over there binding the other day for her. So yes, but by machine, by machine. Ms. Margot.
I'm from here and
Margot's from here.
I haven't had any time to sew. In fact,
Cause she's always got her grandchildren.
well, yeah, and we had 19 for the weekend and that was a lot of cooking and I'm just exhausted.
Oh, well, and so
Sounds
she's
very
come here for some R&R, rest and relaxation. And you still, Lois and Margot, and I don't think there's anybody else here that, no, Sue. Friday mornings, we still do the stitch along. We've started doing that again. And so you can come and, again, just come for some R&R and,
Yeah, we just got a young girl 2 weeks ago that started quilting, hand quilting,
Uh-huh.
so that was fun.
good.
Abby?
So
She's
it's
delighted.
actually
to get to
10
come.
o'clock. 10 o'clock here at, just in this area right here, I think. And, cause I've not been able to be the last couple of Fridays.
I don't know
So,
which way I'm going.
Everybody's welcome to join that group too. It's a come in whenever you can.
Mm-hmm.
Come whenever you can. So now we have Barb from
Well,
Wichita.
I keep dragging out stuff that's half finished.
Well, I think we've been talking about that.
Finished it. And I'm experimenting with, single fold binding.
Oh.
I put, this is wider than what I prefer, but I've been doing a lot of YouTubing and, and, but it really does make nice corners, and if, you're not gonna, it's not on a quilt, I think it would be, it's fine.
True.
So,
It is less durable.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
but I mean, it's gonna
Yeah.
last as long as I do or longer, so, and after that, I
But
don't
you never
care.
know where it's going to after that.
Well, I don't care after that.
Is that, Lois
me, I
is
don't
hand
mean to-
quilted, yes.
That's all right.
Yes.
Fall in your chair.
And then we have Miss Sue back there. Sue's the last one here.
Experimenting, this is a new pattern and I would do it different if I was doing it again.
Oh, is this the little, yeah.
Oh, I've often said I need to do that. I haven't done
How
it.
cute.
I thought I wanted muslin, but then after I got it done, I thought, oh, I don't know. So-
Actually, when it's quilted, it'll be great.
Uh-huh. It will be.
Yes.
I
Yes,
quilted,
that's one thing that we have trouble convincing customers to use solids.
and I have quilted that quilt with those
Yes.
dogs on
Yes.
it before.
Oh,
It
have
turned
ya?
out really cute, yes.
And it is dog, what'd you do, put dog prints on it?
No, I can't remember what she chose. She chose
Uh-huh,
something. I
uh-huh.
can't
And you
remember.
did an overall. edge to
Overall,
edge.
yeah, that's what
You
she
can have it
chose.
custom if you want to.
Well, that'll make a
You
dachshund
have those
person
kind
very
of
happy.
dogs.
No, but my daughter does, and she asked me to make this for a friend.
Yeah, my
She
daughter
called me
has two
this
of
week,
them.
she goes, Mom, you know that pattern we bought? You think you can get a quilt made? And I go,
Yeah, you'll be happy with it once it's, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
happier.
Yes,
once
we
it's
It
done.
looks totally
There's a lot of
different.
space there to do
Well, you still
some.
have the access to the quilting machine, don't you? Do you
Yeah, I
do
can,
it?
yeah. Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are really cute.
It's just finding the time to do
That
it.
is
Yes.
Oh, I'll get it done.
Maybe tomorrow I'll go out and quilt. I don't know.
Thank you.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Let's see what's on my list, so. Okay, when I sent out my email, I said we were going to do a trip down memory lane, and digging through my stashes, it was a great trip down memory lane. It's terrible. So anyway, we have a number of things that we've talked about before, and I have a couple of new things that just came, and they're patterns that we haven't had until like yesterday. And so, oh, and I didn't pull off that pattern. Last year we did the tree skirt, which is, this is kind of a quilt as you go type thing. It is a shabby fabrics pattern that wasn't available for us to purchase last year. It is available for us to purchase this year, and it's kind of the, what I want to say,
Shabby.
well, let's see, yeah, strip piecing is what it is on that, and then you just drop it down and away you go. The stocking, everybody comes in for stockings from time to time, unlike, are you gonna share your stockings one of these days, or have you already?
Oh, no, I've got them all, I could.
Yes, yes, Sue's been working on stockings, and it's not just basic little stockings. They're embellished and beaded and everything else that she's been working on Friday mornings and doing that. And if you remember, somebody says, oh, the crazy tree. I have 2 of these. Oh,
They
yeah.
look like the Grinch Christmas tree.
It is,
But they're
and you know what? If you've been on YouTube or been out there very much, it is there. It is, I see it all the time, and I think, oh, I really need it. My daughter-in-law would probably like it. So I might take it out to the quilting machine, throw something on it, and get it quilted and get it out of my stash. Get it out of there in doing that. And let's see, what else? This is probably one of the most popular patterns we sell. Who has this pattern? The trees.
I think I threw it away.
Oh, why?
I was
Actually,
so
I'm thinking
angry.
I'll make some more. I love them.
Well, I do too, but I don't know, it wasn't the right day that I was working on
Well,
it.
guess what? I found all my pieces.
I was so irritated.
I'm ready for another tree. And so anyway, it's the same idea as the folded wreath, and the same idea as what this little, I didn't pull down the one up front. The little baby folded wreath that's an ornament, which is really fun too. We've got that, and it's included in this pattern also, but it's the exact same technique as anything else. Is that this is actually done, I think, with I don't know which product is inside this one. What does it say on this? It says that we need to have Wonder Clips embellishment. I don't know what it says on this one. It's got one of the stiffeners in it. I don't see that.
I'll look at it while you talk.
It's up here. It's got fusible web and Decobond in that. So basically you just use the size of that and fuse it on, stitch around, slice, and fuse it shut, and then you just have another piece that goes on top of it. All these, when I first saw it several years ago, I thought, how are they binding all of these areas, you know, but it's not. You don't bind anything. It's actually just stitch and slash and flip and press this on top. And on this one here, I've actually used a metallic zigzag that I've done. So I have several of these that are ready to put into being more trees. So you end up with a thing that looks like this when you have the different layers, and you stitch down the middle. And after you stitch down the middle, then you just bring it to the side and stitch it again. And then you just make what? How many?
3.
1, 2. Well, looks like there's more than.
You know, I think it was after
1, 2.
Christmas
No, there's only
that I
3.
started,
There's
but
only
then
3.
it just
Yeah,
wasn't
because
as-
it ends up with 2.
'cause
It
whatever
ends up with 2. So
happened,
this
I
is
don't
one
remember,
section of
but
your
I was
tree
really
right here.
irritated.
No.
So it's pretty
Oh,
simple.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I tore mine completely apart and redid it. And I finally got it. And I go, how can something so simple be so hard?
Well, you end up with this. You end up with 3 of these.
Yeah, I got
And
that
then
part,
you-
but
and
putting
then
them
you-
together, I just-
Then you just tack them just. I always look at this as it depends upon how your hands are working that day. And so, how you hold your mouth in doing that. And actually, I think I do as much by machine as possible. So, but we have sold and sold and sold this little, and I think it's got the 3 sizes on it.
Yeah, it does.
And,
So cute.
it is, it is.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry you threw your pattern.
I think I did, I'm not sure. You know, it was in January that I thought, oh, I'll have these all
When
ready.
the snow flies?
All ready
Yeah, yeah.
for next Christmas,
Well, I
and
got the pattern out the other day, I thought, oh, holy cow, I can't figure this out.
Well,
Put it back.
it just
Very
wasn't
simple.
the right day.
Flip, stitch, iron on,
After you
zigzag
figure it out,
around, stack
just
them
I
up.
usually
Just
don't
use
have
that
trouble.
Stack them
the
up.
backing, whatever that
Yeah, and
is.
see, after you get them stacked together, after you get them stacked together, then I'm just gonna pull that to the center here,
I love 'em.
and you tack it right here,
They're just- in fact,
All the
I
way
thought they
through?
needed
all the way
little
through,
rubber
all the way
bands
through.
on
Yeah,
them.
I'm
So
gonna
you can
pull
do
this
that on the
down.
machine.
Yeah, darn
I
right.
think she's got one,
Yeah.
she's got little,
Yeah, you're gonna
Little
pull
goals.
this one
Yeah.
down and tack it, bar tack it here, and then you're gonna pull the next one down and bar tack that. Okay, we're gonna bar tack,
You make it look so easy.
bar tack. Well, I do things. And then bar tack that one down, and then bar tack the next one down. And then you have exactly what I have here. And actually, it's sewed all the way through, and then you just have 3 of these and put them together. But yeah, I think it's one of the neatest, fold and stitch. And that's the same way that this one is done. It's, you do the
Is
squares.
that a different pattern?
It's on the same pattern.
It is on the same
Yep,
pattern.
I'm pretty sure this is on the same
So you
pattern.
make the little squares and then.
Yeah,
sew
you make the little
red on top.
squares. Yeah, here's the little square. Yeah, you do the little square like this first, and then you split that, turn it, and then you just iron the little square, zigzag around it, and then you stitch. You stitch in the middle, just stitch those, and that angle is very important. There's a stitching line right here that creates that fold effect, which is exactly the same fold effect that you get.
Let's see, can we see your big one?
This one?
I made a dozen of
Now, are
those.
these
Okay.
glued together then?
No,
They're
Till I
stitched.
was-
everything's
Yeah.
stitched.
Those are fun to me. I have a
And I made
patriotic
the
one that's
red.
hanging on my wall.
I was gonna bring my autumn one. There's also a petal shape. There's a petal shape that my autumn one is.
But this one is fun.
And then there's more in there. I've got a
Yeah.
New Year's one,
I
and
don't think I used all
actually, I have one that I gave as a gift, and I put a bow on it to hang on the door.
Oh, how fun.
So it is just a really pretty, you can use buttons. This one I've actually used sequins and beads cause you have to have something to tack,
Right.
every one of these together. So everything else is stitched by machine until you get to this point where you just, and you can I actually bar tack those by machine. I bar tack those by machine and then just whip the little bead on, or button, or yo-yo, or whatever you wanna do. And actually these all have the foam. This one has the foam in it. The rest of these are done with a craft tex or, something on that, Pellon, some other type of a thing there. So, but this has the foam, this has the foam in it. And I just throw them in a tub. I have several holidays and I just throw them in a tub, and I just pulled this one out of the tub. So just fold them into quarters. Yeah, I just fold them
And
like
they
that.
spring back.
They do,
Awesome.
they do.
Yeah.
But they're
So-
stiff enough if you put them on a door.
Yes, they
I
don't walk
have
around.
had them on a door to where I put a loop, I've sewed a loop on the back, and had them on a door. I gave it to my sister-in-law. Not that sister-in-law. She didn't get one. I think I had her name or something. I don't know why I did Judy one, but I did one for Judy in doing that. And then the other thing that is new to us, and, this is the hanging towel kit. And this actually comes with the towel and the pattern. The pattern is a piece of fleece, just a piece of fleece in there. And so you lay that on top of 2 pieces of fabric, that are done together. It's probably about a 30-minute project at the max.
What kind of fabric is that toweling?
Well, it comes in the package. It
Yeah,
comes
but I
in,
wanna
it
know
all,
what it was. Is it just a cotton?
it's a cotton towel.
Then I'll be
Hi, I'm sorry?
The knobby stuff.
Knobby.
It's
I call it knobby.
does it tell me what kind of a towel? It says, waffle weave.
Waffle, there you go.
Waffle weave. And in the past, anytime that we do a towel, you definitely know you need to pre-shrink it. And that definitely, I didn't measure it before, but you need to finish the edges, throw it in the wash, throw it in the dryer, and it comes out like a rag. I hate to say that, but it does. Now, after I got that finished, I think I'm gonna take it apart, and it's way too long.
It is awfully long. That's what I was thinking. You have to hang it.
I know. Kristen says, are you supposed to do two? And it's like, I don't think so. But it'd be very easy to chop that top off and, I mean, I hang mine above my sink. And so it would be way too, it would
Has
probably.
this one been pre-shrunk?
Uh-huh, yeah, pre-shrunk and ironed back out
And you
again.
have to hem it, you have to hem it,
Yeah,
sides and bottom?
well, no, the bottom, but it does say that if you're, obviously some of them come hemmed. I think it depends upon where they cut the yardage and what they put in here. Now that came with the selvage on that bottom, and I've serged and hemmed both sides. You don't have to hem the top, because the top you just stick in when you get done. But it's really fun, easy. The hardest part was pleating it in to fit the 6 inches of the.
But you don't have, like, if you wanted to make more than one, you have to buy more patterns, or do you have that fabric?
I'm sorry?
You want to make more than one? Do you have
Of
to keep-
Father's towels, we don't have that fabric. And I looked for the waffle toweling, and to find the toweling,
Your bag
my bag is sinking,
calling you.
yes, it's college.
Why couldn't you just go get some Christmas towels?
You can,
Some
you
kind of
can.
towels
I
at
mean,
the dollar
these
stores.
hanging towels have been around for
Long time.
years.
Another
Years.
used to put crochet tops on them.
Mm.
Yes, yes. But it's really something that, fast. It's fast with the batting. The batting is your pattern. You just stitch around it, trim it off, and away you go. Away you go. So it's
They have an
kind of.
embroidery one you can do with
Oh, I'm
the
sure.
embroidery machine.
I'm sure.
That
I'm
does
sure.
it all in the machine.
Yeah.
But they're
Yeah.
neat. They
But the
are.
towels, the kit, the whole kit itself with the pattern is $9-10.
$10.45.
Okay, yeah, so that includes your pattern, and then you can go ahead and make more, I would just go ahead and make the others. So that's one of the newer things. And then, the cathedral window, cathedral here again, it has been around for pretty much ever. And so, just throw that baby back up there. And so I just kind of got into my Christmas fabric drawers, and I don't have anything big enough for a 10-inch square.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I have drawers of fabric in Christmas, and that you have to have. I was going to demo. It's super fun, super fast to do, and I think when the grandkids come for Thanksgiving, we're going to do some and doing that. So you have to have a 10-inch square, and you have to make sure it's square. And if you've ever made the May baskets where you fold them into, so the idea is to start off with, you take a 10-inch square, and then you have to make sure that you fold it into halves, and then you fold it into quarters so you know where the center is, and then you sew your points you press your points to the center. And I found that it works super, super good to pull out your precision pressing highlighter pen. And because you want it to stay pressed, and get it nice. And so if you just take that highlighter pen, press that up, highlight that just across as we have demonstrated before. And you have to make sure you get those points nice and crisp, because that is going to be the point of your ornament. So you get to this point, and then you're going to open it back up, and then you're going to take, let's see, I think this is going to be my center. This is going to be my center, and I found that oftentimes, depending upon, this is just a little bit big. little bit big. It seems like every one that I have done, you have to trim off just a little bit to get
Is
it,
that 4 inches or what?
5. This
Shabby
is a 5.
Fabrics has a video on how
Yeah,
to make
yeah.
this on,
Yeah,
on
actually
YouTube.
it's a shabby fabric, it's a shabby fabrics pattern. It's a shabby
I just
fabrics
watched
pattern.
the video last year at Christmas. and
Yeah,
they
yeah.
said,
So the thing that I
Is
found
it a
that,
pin cushion?
I guess you could make it, it's an ornament, it's an ornament. If you want an ornament, you can do the pin cushion. I would put a weight in it if I did a pin cushion. I put a little bit of some kind of shells or something in it to do that, and do that. So anyway, then at this point, you want to tack those with the machine.
I wouldn't make it this long, for sure.
And the one thing that I've really watched is I would take and I would roll this back, because after you get that tacked, then you get your cathedral window effect by just rolling that, because it's bias edge. So you're gonna get that. And then I would start to see, well, do I want this on the inside or what I want? Because you want something that's really gonna pop in the center, like this, the stripe just really pops in the center in doing that. So here again, like, so my big square was actually my gold. My gold was my big 10-inch square, which I used exactly the same thing on the back. And here my green was the 10-inch square, and I did use some different contrast on the back on that. So you're gonna have that tacked together. You just want to sew across it a couple of times, and that's what I've already done here. And then you're gonna, this is gonna be my next piece that goes on this one.
You tack it and then roll it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, you tack it, well, the rolling is the last thing you're gonna do. I'm
Oh,
gonna tack it, which I've already tacked this one.
okay.
And then this is gonna be my accent piece out here, where I have my well, those are lights, not gumdrops, they look like gumdrops. And so, this is a different, I think this is a 4.5, 4, something like that, square that I'm gonna cut into fourths. Okay, and then after I have that tacked, then I would take my Roxanne's Basic Glue or something very similar to that, and I would add one of these, and it would just be glued down. It's just glued down on each side, which I've already done with this other piece. So we're gluing that down. So it's gonna look like this before I roll it, which is where I am on this one. And so then at this
Hold
point,
it up so we can.
at this point, let me go ahead and I'll just see if I can't press that a little bit. Yeah, and what you would do is that it just automatically rolls back like a little lip. And I would tend to, because then at that point, when I get those all rolled back, then I didn't bring it back for this one. This is the back for the other one. But then you're going to lay your back on top, and you're going to stitch around it once you put your little hanger in there. But if you don't roll it clear to the very tip, if you leave about 1/4 of an inch, then you're going to have a little bit, otherwise it's going to have a lot of peeking out of the other. So roll it just about 1/4 of an inch. So roll that, and you're going to do, and you start from the center. It works better to start from the center and roll out. And I think I use monofilament on this one. If you don't have a matching color, just pull out your monofilament. But I'm just gonna go around and I'm just gonna on each one of
So
those.
you actually stitch that down?
You do. You wanna come back and you wanna stitch very close to the edge, just from the center out. And you can do whatever works for you. You can go all the way, hit, and then go and do your other side. But these are very, very fast to do. And I didn't press them. When I did it on those, I just actually did it as I stitched on the machine. I didn't press them to get them down first. So and then you're gonna have your little peeking out of whichever stripe you use.
Then what'd you stuff them with?
Actually, all I had at home was cluster, which cluster's wonderful to stuff with, but not nice to stuff with. You just take this handful of, it doesn't want to go in. you know, your polyfill. And polyfill is definitely not all equal. Don't buy the cheap polyfill. It does not stuff nice. It just clumps. It just clumps in doing that. So I had the cluster, and the cluster is what I have in doing that. So it's
So
just.
what you fold back, you stitch down then, is that
Yes,
what you're saying?
yes,
Okay,
yes. At
okay.
this point, the way I did it is I did this one, and then I did this
Yeah,
one,
right,
and then
okay.
this
But-
one, and
but
this
you
one, and
fold
then I
back.
started on the other side,
Okay.
and then did this one, and this one.
Okay.
So then at that point, when you have them all stitched down, then's when you're gonna put your back on. This is not the back for this one, that's the back for that one, and doing that. And then you leave a opening to stuff it, and then stitch around. But you need to remember, I have to put your little hanger on. Put your little hanger on first. Double that over. And the thing that I would caution is that you are gonna stick that, excuse me, stick that hanger in here, and you tend to like zigzag it on to attach it at the very end, but then you're gonna trim that corner off.
Yeah.
So this kind of ribbon would ravel really fast. So make sure you tack it a little bit further in, like close to where you're gonna trim it or stitch that. Because otherwise, if you tack it and then trim that tacking off, that ribbon's gonna pull out. And you're not gonna get back in there to fix it. You're gonna just attach it by hand then. So very fast, very easy. Kids would love to do it. Adults, a good way to use up a lot of your scraps as long as you have something that is big enough to do a 10-inch square and doing that. So I just found that they were really easy to do. I liked the music one, I think, of my little choir members. I've just got enough music fabric. It's a 4.5-inch square for the music. So I just have enough of that to maybe do enough of them to make a giveaway. But anyway, so that's kind of a little bit of Christmas. 'Tis the season.
And here's that one.
Oh, which one?
The far right one.
This one?
Yeah, that's mine.
Yeah, yeah. That's a folded star.
Yeah.
We have a bunch of them up front and doing that.
Use the scraps
So
too.
it does that also. I think that's got craft text or something on that, so very similar to do inside of that. None of those.
I just use
use
iron
the-
fusible.
Yeah, you need something that's got some, I know mine are not creased like that. Yeah, yours are a lot softer than mine are. Yeah. So we've got a bunch of them up front and some more of them. I didn't pull them down. And bring them back. So go dig through your Christmas things and find out what you still have.
And the little Christmas trees, what is the stiffening you put in it?
I think it's probably, there's Decobond. Decobond in that, or and then you use a fusible web. So it calls for the fusible web and Decobond 809, and that's a Pelmont product. Well, we should. As we all know, things don't come in quite as fast. They're getting better. If it's in stock at the warehouse, we get them in pretty fast. But if it's not in stock at the warehouse, we don't know. We don't know how soon they'll come in. So anyway, we have pumpkin squares. It's one of my daughter's very favorite things to make. It's probably the third or fourth time this month I've done them.
Do you have kids for that?
No, these fabrics are not available at all anymore. We have the pattern now.
Okay.
We have the
Well,
pattern.
you said you had the pattern. I just wondered if you made this up.
Yeah, we have the pattern. I don't think we might have some of the fabrics left still, but we don't have all the fabrics on that are in this one here. And doing that, so you have to be creative and do your own color design on that. So, or it only takes 2.5-inch strips. So here again, you can pull out
My tree had lights on it.
jelly roll. You can use a jelly roll. You wouldn't use all of it. The jelly roll. Oh yeah, and it doesn't have to be. I mean, it could be totally scrappy. It could be all. This could be all different reds. It doesn't have to be the same red. So you can do it just over real scrappy, make that work. I didn't pull the pattern off the shelf, I didn't get that off, we do have that pattern in the. Well, it used to be the Christmas room, I think is where that one is, although I know Kirsten moves things so very, very fast. So,
I couldn't believe all the material in here.
well, lots have changed. Lots has changed here. So we have the 2 quilting machines now, check-in, everything's moved around. Lots have moved around. So, in the process of cleaning out, Charlotte has a newsletter out. It came out this morning, I believe. It is about second Saturday, and I believe she's gonna be introducing what we're gonna, I don't know that, I shouldn't say that. She might be introducing what we're gonna do next year on second Saturday, a little bit different twist on it. And then, there's a garage sale. There's a garage sale. Garage sale starting tomorrow afternoon at 3, I think, if I read right. I'm impressed, I read the newsletter. And, I just know where to go find it if somebody asks a question. But garage sale tomorrow and then again on Saturday. And there's, a lot of display items, and I'm not exactly sure what all is there. So.
How's she coming with the building?
And that actually is also addressed in the newsletter. So, yeah.
Not removed?
No, that's what she says. We're not moving when never mind. So, but we do have to give up our garage. And I knew when we started putting things out in the garage, it was not a good thing, because now they want it back. And so, you know how it is when you have some place that you can hide and store things, it fills rapidly, like an attic. I mean,
Kirsten put up a little video this morning, so you can see on that.
Oh, to see what, yeah.
Not
yes.
everything, but most of it.
I know I know she already sold something. She said something, so, anyway, all right. What? Garage sale, yes. So, any other questions? Y'all have your precision pressing product, and that's what I have and to do these ornaments, it worked fantastic, because it does have a crisper finish than Best Press. It does. I find that I have Best Press in both, but I do grab my precision pressing. I like it. I like the. Actually, I did buy. It comes with this and a refill. It comes in a special, and I think that this sprayer is definitely a heavier duty sprayer than what the other ones are. So if not,
didn't mind to wet my hair.
I use my other one to chase off the neighbor cat. He causes more problems than he's worth. And so anyway, but okay, if no more questions, we are ready to partake on our refreshments. So thank you all for coming.
Thank you.
See you next month.